These houses here fetch around £1,000 a month rent. With exempt accommodation, supported living in Birmingham, the providers are getting £6,000 per calendar month for this property. Let me explain to you how you get involved in this sector. This property is valued at £210,000 and it's done up to a very nice standard. It has new windows and doors, freshly plastered, new central heating system, rewired carpets, internal doors, all the carpentry, new bathroom, fully renovated, and it's mine. We've got it. It's here now, ready for supported living. And let me explain to you why it is so lucrative. The average rental is £1,000 in Birmingham in this area for this property if it's rented out to the residential market. If you rent it out to supported living and it goes under exempt accommodation, so this is going from a 2-bedroom with a small box room to a 4-bedroom house of multiple occupancy. The providers get £6,000 a month to house 4 people in here. And depending on your negotiation skills, for a property like this, as the landlord, you can get between £1,500 and £2,300 per calendar month. And it's down to the provider and it's down to your relationships. As you can see, fully renovated kitchen. But what I'm going to do is I'm also going to give you some prices of a refurb in 2026. This is a 3-bedroom terrace house, your average size. This kitchen with appliances, mid-range, is coming in at around £4,000 supply and fit. Maybe 4.5 if you don't know where to get the appliances from. LMPG is a fantastic place to get kitchens from. Howden's is a great place, Magnet is a great place. You can source the appliances all separately and save yourself some money. Then if we look over here, we have a brand spanking new central heating system in place. I hate exposed pipes. It's one of my pet hates, but we bought this property in this condition. To have a new central heating system fitted in the property, so we've got a new boiler, 7 new radiators and new piping, you're looking at around £4,500. Now I said to you, this was a 2-bedroom with a small box room and we're turning it into a 4-bedroom HMO. This is going to be the 4th bedroom. And the kitchen you was just in is a kitchen communal room. This bedroom needs to be a minimum size of 6.5 square meters. Right now, it's about 12.5 to 13 square meters. So what we're going to do, we're going to remove this stud wall and we're going to bring this stud wall over to here. The bedroom will go down to about 9 square meters and the kitchen and the communal will become 17 to 18 square meters once we've finished putting the stud wall back up. That gives us the 4th bedroom. Now if we go upstairs, I'll show you what we're going to be doing to the box room to turn that into a bedroom as well. This house has had a full rewire, and a full rewire consists of all new cables to the lights, to the sockets, the switches and all that kind of stuff, all of the appliances in there. Again, on a 3-bedroom terraced house in Birmingham, the West Midlands, you're looking at around £4,000 to £4,500. It's had all new skirting board, all new architrave, all new internal doors. Again, to replace all of that in a property in the West Midlands, you're looking at around the £2,500 mark. And the whole place has been decorated from top to bottom, supply and fit, with all the paint. You should be looking at around £2,500 for someone to decorate your 3-bedroom house in the West Midlands. That is the small box room that I was talking about that hardly even meets the criteria for a small children's bedroom. But what we're going to do, we're going to come into here, which is the 2nd bedroom, and we're going to move this stud wall over to here. So that room will be around the 7 square meters. This one will be around the 9.5 square meters. We've got the front bedroom, which is about 12 square meters, which is behind that wall there. And then we have 4 bedrooms that we can rent out to supported living. Now you will get between £400 and £525 to £550 per week, sorry, per calendar month for each room, depending on which provider you go with. Now, if you had en-suites, you get some more money. Location, this is a great location in Birmingham. It's not oversaturated. It's where a lot of people want to live, but demand is crazy for supported living. And I think I need to explain to you the exempt accommodation rule. That's the bathroom there. The bathroom will be shared, but we also have a downstairs toilet. I'll show you that when we go back downstairs. But if you come in here, which is the master bedroom, perfect size, this is going to be a lovely space to live. Now, in this area, we have something called an Article 4 direction, which means that you lose all your permitted development rights and you cannot use a property as a HMO unless you get planning and a license from the council. If you go through a housing association or an RSL, a registered social landlord, and they are providing a level of care, your property as the landlord is given to them and it becomes exempt. Exempt accommodation, meaning you don't need planning and you don't need a license. You're handing it over for them to use. People don't understand this exempt accommodation. So you imagine this, a £205,000 house that you've purchased and you rent it out to a housing association or an RSL for £2,000 a month, which is £24,000 a year. Your return on investment on a buy-to-let is absolutely incredible. But people keep saying that buy-to-lets are dead. Buy-to-lets are far from dead. The residential buy-to-let market might be dead, but the exempt accommodation is absolutely flying. We have the downstairs toilet there, which is what I was talking about from upstairs. So we have 2 toilets, 1 bathroom, communal kitchen, 4 bedrooms, all equal in the right size. But this house now, because it's been bought as a residential house, we need to do certain things to it. So we need to change these to fire doors. We need to have some intermittent fire strips. We need to have fire frames. We need to have thumb locks. We need to have emergency lighting. We need to put smoke alarms in here. There's a few things that we need to do to get it up to legislation, and also knocking the walls out. But the return on investment with the exempt accommodation is absolutely incredible. So if you're getting £2,000 a month from a property like this, and you put it on a buy-to-let mortgage, and your buy-to-let mortgage is coming in at around £600 a month, you're clearing £1,400 pre-tax a month on one singular buy-to-let. And everyone's talking about the buy-to-let market is dead. No, the buy-to-let market isn't dead. It's just that people don't know what they're doing. So if you guys want to learn how to do this and you want me to teach you, if you want to deal source these types of deals, you find the property, you pair it up with a provider, you can charge between £5,000 and £10,000 per deal and investors will pay it. If you're an investor looking for one of these deals, reach out to me. I have multiple properties ready to go with housing associations ready to give you 5-year contracts where all you've got to make sure that you look after is the roof and the boiler. And if you put a brand new boiler in, it's under warranty anyway, so there's no issues. This is about as hands-off as it gets. One deal could clear you £1,000 a month. How many of these do you need in order to be not financially free, but financially free from having to work every single day of the week to get that £2,500–3,000 a month salary? Yes, I know there is a chunk of money needed, but that's why you source these properties first if you don't have the funds available. And I can teach you how to do it. So reach out to me. My email is below. Drop me a message. I'll get in contact with you. I will show you what I can offer. But yeah, buy-to-lets, far from dead.